Right, well, here we are outside in the dark on a Saturday night, and we're going to see how these torches are working. What you're seeing is me being lit by the Seeker 2 torch, the last one, the one I've had longest. And so to the next one. And the next one would be this little thing. And this little thing is the OBulb. Like its brothers, it charges from the magnetic attachment, exactly the same one on the bottom. And again, it lights up at the base here to let you know whether it's charging or whatever it is. So you may be able to see that that's green, which means it's fully charged. It does 5 watts to 55 watts, or sorry, 5 lumens to 55 lumens, red, flashing, and flashing red. And let me just show you how. Just press it to bring it on. And there it is in not very bright mode. Press it again, and it's off. Long press, and it's brighter. Long press again, and it goes to red, which I don't know whether you'll be able to see, but there you are. If I shade it from the light coming in, you'll see that that is red, and also flashing red. Long press again, and it flashes red, and that could be handy if you're in trouble somewhere, or if you're in the dark on the side of the road and you need a little alarming beacon. Now the beauty is, when you switch it off with a short tap and then bring it back on again, it remembers where you were. So let's give it a long press, and we're back to 5 lumens. Another long press, back to 55 lumens. And you'll get ages out of this. Again, the book of words that comes with it is tiny. It's weeny. It's not very big. But what does it say? You get 3 hours in this 55 lumens. You will get 7 hours in the red light. You will get 30 hours in flashing red light. And in the warm white light, this one, the 5 lumens, my apologies, 7 lumens, my fault. That will give you 56 hours, it says in the book of words. These retail, again, I got this as part of a deal with what I'm about to show you next, and the two of them came for 51 quid between them. It also ships with this, and this is a little metal plate upon which it will magnetize, like so, as you can see, magnetized, yes. So you can stick that anywhere you like and connect it up and then work it as you would. Useful. They're also, these little things are waterproof. Again, IP7 or whatever it's called. And you can float them around in hot tubs and have various different levels of light going on them if you want to. I don't know. One of the reasons that I've got this particularly is because that is useful for me as an astrophotographer. The red light is very, very useful for me as an astrophotographer because red light does not damage your night vision, which means that I can magnetically attach the light to the side of Andromeda. Will it stick up there? No, it's not magnetic, so it won't. I can stick it to the side of Andromeda, and I've got red light outside, so I don't need to use the white LEDs that we've got on the outside of the van in order to be able to see what I'm looking at when I need to look at it. I think that's a good idea, but your mileage may vary. So, what's the other torch that you've got then, Dave? Well, this is it. It's the Olight Warrior Mini, is what it is. It says here, Olight Warrior Mini, an everyday carry defensive torch. Now, again, we have a book of words for it here, and the book of words tells me it's reasonably extensive, but the English bit is just here. We can have 190 metres throw, 110 metres throw on high, so turbo's 190, 110 metres on high, 54 metres on medium, 18 metres on low, and it has a moon mode. So how do we do it? Well, this one is based on an 18650 battery, 3500 milliamp hour 18650 battery, again lithium ion, O-rings all over the place so that it maintains its waterproofiness, and again IP7. Right, comes as well with this strap belt loop that goes on in both ways. As you can see, there's two ways of doing it, and in the middle of this switch is a battery level indicator. So here's how you operate it. The side switch turns the light on and off, on, off. When the light's turned on again, it will return to the previously memorized mode. So when the flashlight is on, you press and hold the side button, that's this one here, and it will start from the brightest to the darkest. It goes through them. So there we are in the second mode. Hold it down again, we'll go a bit brighter. Hold it down again, we go down to moonlight mode. And that gives you a very, 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 very not bright, but it's enough if you're in good darkness. Press and hold again, goes up to 1. Press and hold again, it goes up again. So we get 3 modes that way. Now then, for turbo, you can fast double click that switch to go into turbo mode. So let's try that. And now we're in turbo mode, and it is really, really bright. This is 3500 lumens, which is quite a lot in all honesty. I'll knock it off, knock it on again, and we go back into high mode. So we've got a number of different modes on this. How useful is it? Very useful. You can see the size. It's dainty, it's delicate. Anybody of any size can walk around with this. It's operable both from the tail switch and from the side switch, and the side switch has a lock on it. So when it's off, you hold the side switch for about 2 seconds and it enters moonlight mode, and then it switches itself off. And then with that done, you can't, I'm pressing the button at the back, nothing happens. Press the button, you can see it's lit slightly red. Press the button, nothing happens, but hold it down for 2 seconds and we're back into moonlight mode, and then into turbo mode, and then off. So the torch itself looks after itself quite well. And this is the Warrior Mini in moon mode, and as you will be able to see, it's not lighting much up at all. In fact, I can't see it pointing at the ground. So let's knock it up a bit. And there we have it on its low setting, and it's bringing out the green rather nicely, but it's not lighting those trees up very well. So let's take it up the next one, and now we are lighting up the trees really rather nicely, and you can see we've got a decent spread of light. And finally it's lowest after the moon. Next one up, what you would call medium. It's still quite a tight beam, it's not a huge spread. And that's it on turbo. This is the full bifter. Not a big throw, but a good enough throw to be able to light your way very successfully. You can see the colour of the hawthorns there, and you can see that the trees that were kind of nicely in focus are less than that now. Let's knock that off, bring it back on. There you go, that's nicely lit. Go back into turbo mode. As your turbo mode, much brighter, and you can certainly see for far enough to make it worthwhile. Last but not least in my little collection here is this one. This is the Olight Seeker 2, and it's not the only, these aren't the only 3 or 4 units we've got a few of them. And the Olight Seeker 2 has been my everyday carry for quite a while. It's a little bigger, as you will see, than the Warrior Mini, and quite a lot smaller than the Warrior X. Again, this is 3000 lumens, and again has different levels of power available to it. Standard switchy on, and again, just by holding the button down, you go through different levels, 3 of them, and then you've got maximum power by double clicking quickly, and that is really bright. I daren't shine it at too much, otherwise, yeah, you can see how bright it is. That is really bright. Right, well, here we are outside in the dark on a Saturday night, and we're going to see how these torches are working. What you're seeing is me being lit by the Seeker 2 torch, the last one, the one I've had longest. So what we'll do now is dive into the bag and I'll talk you through what you're seeing. So this is the Seeker 2, and let's take it down to its lowest level. And that's its lowest level there. You'll see not very bright, not reaching very far at all. Come up a level and we're starting to light a bit more. Now those 2 trees that you can see in that shot are approximately 10 yards away, the closest one, and probably 13-14 yards the farthest one. Next level up, and we're starting to see an awful lot more now. And let's go even further. That's back down, so we go into turbo mode, and there you are. We can see a long way away. I'm going to try and keep it up because there's a couple of people walking away that probably don't want to be filmed. But that's the Seeker 2 in its 3 modes, its 2 modes rather. Turbo mode, which is starting to get a little bit warm, and we knock it off, and then back into ordinary mode and cycle around it again. Moon glow mode doesn't show you very much, you won't see very far. Next one up, there's a lot more light, and there we go. Again, it has the indicator in the middle of the button. Again, it charges via the magnetic charging cap, and again, if I lift that off, I don't know whether you can see the green showing well, can you? Probably not. Charges via that, and again is run from a 21700 battery, 5000 milliamp hours. It gets me everything I need. It does everything I need it to do, and has done for quite a while since I've had it. I've had it nearly 2 years now, I think, and it is a cracking piece of kit. I like it an awful lot. We use it all of the time, and it's very applicable to camping, as is the Warrior Mini. It's going to be down to size. Now again, it's not a cheap torch, but it's strong, it's waterproof, it's never let me down, it's reliable, they're absolutely superb. But again, you'll have seen how they work actually in the dark in the various different bits of video that I'll have inserted during the course of this, if I can remember how to do it all right. So there you go, that's it. As I say, I hope you found it useful, and I'll see you on the next video. Until then, enjoy the roads, enjoy the skies, but most of all, enjoy your lives. See you next time. Take care. Bye bye.